There's a certain loneliness that doesn't look like loneliness. It's quiet, invisible. It hides behind laughter, behind "I'm just busy," behind a full schedule. But inside there's an ache that never fully leaves. This isn't the loneliness of empty rooms. It's the loneliness of being unknown, of realizing no one truly sees you. If you vanished for a while, most wouldn't notice right away. If something wonderful or devastating happened, you wouldn't know who to call. That silence builds slowly, constant, not dramatic, but persistent. People assume those with no friends are cold, aloof, or uninterested. Often it's the opposite. They care too much. They notice every micro shift in tone, every smile that doesn't reach the eyes. After enough small hurts, betrayals, misunderstandings, laughter at their vulnerability, they retreat, not because they hate people, but because connection starts feeling dangerous. Science backs this up. Prolonged loneliness registers in the brain like physical pain. It activates the same regions as a wound. Your heart rate shifts, sleep frays, your nervous system stays on alert, scanning for threats that aren't there. We evolved in tribes. Aloneness once meant death. Today you can have thousands of followers and still feel completely unseen. Because attention isn't intimacy. This usually doesn't happen overnight. It's years of small disappointments piling up. You share something real and get dismissed. A secret gets weaponized. You open up and feel more alone afterward. Eventually your brain learns the lesson. Reaching out hurts, so you stop. At first, solitude feels safe, control, peace, space to breathe. But after long enough, it turns haunting. Because humans are wired for connection. Even the most independent soul still wants to be mirrored, witnessed, felt. When you've gone years without that, your inner world grows louder than the outer one. Memories replay on loop. Old friendships, old rejections. You wonder what went wrong. Sometimes you blame yourself, sometimes the world. Mostly it's just the quiet collision of psychology and pain. There's a name for it: learned social helplessness. After too many failed reaches, your brain associates trying with rejection. So even kind, open people trigger your guard. You tell yourself you're fine alone. Deep down, you still ache for someone who doesn't need explanations. Loneliness whispers you're too much. Or not enough. You start rejecting yourself before anyone else can. You protect yourself by disappearing. Yet it rarely looks sad from the outside. Many appear fine, productive, smiling, posting curated moments. They live in two worlds, the one people see and the hollow one inside. They've built a version of themselves designed to survive without mirrors. But survival isn't the same as living. It's easy to judge the friendless as weird or difficult. Listen to their stories, though, and you'll find quiet heartbreak. Times they gave everything to people who didn't stay. Over time, vulnerability becomes regret. Intimacy becomes risk. They adapt. The price is steep. Your world shrinks. Emotions echo only in your head. No one softens your thoughts or challenges your distortions. Empathy, like a muscle, atrophies from disuse. Paradoxically, the people who've had no friends often crave the deepest bonds. They romanticize connection, treasure tiny moments because they're so rare. They spot sincerity others overlook. They could be the best friends, if someone saw them first. Loneliness also warps time. Days stretch, weekends blur, nothing marks the calendar when there's no one to share it with. But within this silence, something powerful can grow. Chosen solitude heals and transforms. Many of history's deepest thinkers thrived in it. Forced solitude hardens. The difference matters. Many say, "I'm not a people person," or "I like my own company." What they miss is the laughter that needs no filter, the silence that feels warm instead of heavy. Friendship is a mirror. Without it, you lose reflection. You start feeling unreal, like you exist in fog. The deepest pain isn't loneliness itself, it's invisibility, existing without witness. And yet those who've been invisible often see others most clearly. They notice the quiet one in the room, check in without fanfare, because they know how it feels to go unnoticed. Healing starts quietly, not by forcing new friends, but by remembering who you were before the walls went up, by grieving the versions of yourself that settled for crumbs. Friendship grows where self-trust lives first. It begins small, a returned smile, an answered message, saying yes when you're scared. Real connection isn't earned through perfection, it's allowed through presence. Those who've known long loneliness often carry rare depth. They've spent years watching human behavior from the outside. They understand authenticity. They feel energy shifts. They crave real over surface. And when they finally lower the guard, they bring something extraordinary. Loneliness isn't permanent. It's a seasoned, a psychological winter. Speak to yourself the way a gentle friend would. When your mind says no one cares, answer softly, "I'm learning to." Neural pathways shift through repetition, not miracles. One day you'll sit across from someone who looks at you and feels familiar. "I feel like I've known you forever." In that moment, the years alone will click into place. Solitude wasn't punishment, it was preparation. You'll stop chasing crowds and start cherishing the rare. Friendship isn't quantity, it's recognition. Two people looking at each other thinking, "You too?" Connection isn't about perfect people. It's about honest ones who can sit in your silence, laugh at your flaws, and see the beauty in your complexity. Until then, walk gently with yourself. You are still worthy of being known. Even in the quiet, you're part of the human thread. Loneliness isn't the end of your story. It's the place your next chapter begins.